All right, everybody, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another TA Tech News Weekly. Yeah, so WWDC at the point you're watching this will be 2 days away. It's on Monday, and when you're watching this, Saturday or Sunday. A couple of new things that I thought was pretty cool. Um, Apple developer website uh, now says action packed June 10th to the 14th. It's almost here. Join Apple in the worldwide developer community on June 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which, by the way, for us in the Eastern time, it is 1 p.m. Um, so keep that in mind. Again, I did show a video of how you can stay up to date with everything. Um, Down here, if you go down to Keynote, you can add it to calendar and it'll tell you exactly what time it is on your time zone, which I think is pretty cool. Same thing with the State of the Union. That's when the um, software updates will be available, and all this other stuff that you can see, I think is pretty cool. So, yeah. First off, I wanted to start with, let's see, I think I want to start with iOS, which I think is the main focus for uh, this keynote. Um, so let's see here who are watching. Um, iOS, Vision OS 2, and more. Here is everything to expect from Apple's AI focused WWDC. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of how many times AI will be mentioned in the keynote itself. I'm curious. So WWDC kicks off in less than a week. Again, when you're watching this, probably about 2 days away. Um, at its June 10th keynote, Apple will unveil the details on its next major software updates: iOS, iPadOS, visionOS, watchOS, macOS, and more. Um, Here's everything you can expect from one of the biggest days of the year. So, the WWDC 2024 keynote will be held again June 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can watch the keynote live several ways: YouTube streaming, Apple's TV app, or the Apple Events website. WWDC keynote is always packed with announcements, making it one of the longest Apple keynotes of the year. Here's a history of some recent WWDC video runtimes. So 2023 was 2 hours and 6 minutes. 2022 was an hour and 49 minutes. 2021 it was an hour and 47 minutes. Um so based on this, my only guess is it's going to be around 2 hours, maybe 30 minutes, maybe less. I don't know. But I'm going to say that because honestly, um the time looks like it keeps going up by a few minutes. So actually, I'm gonna say 2 hours and 10 minutes, only because it looks like when you look at the minute part, it only goes up by a few minutes. So that's my guess. iOS 18 is the release expected to receive the most attention at this year's WWDC, with AI features leading the way. Perhaps the most prominent AI feature will be an upgraded Siri. Guys, let me tell you something. I honestly, I can't say I don't have a problem with Siri. I do. Um, I think that the way that you ask it certain questions and it directs you to a website versus just giving you a simple answer. Honestly, I really wish that would change, and I hope it changes with the new upgraded Siri that we're gonna get. Um, just little things like that. Um, One of the funniest things that I've done in the past by accident a lot of times, purposely sometimes, but by accident a lot of times, is I'll activate it and then um, it'll I'll say like a bad word or something, and it'll say I can't respond to that. It would be kind of funny if they would respond to that in some sort of way, saying, "Oh, don't be like that," or now it just says, I don't respond to that, or um, it just shuts off automatically. Now I kind of wish it would go back and forth with you, but that's just me. So yeah, thanks to an open AI partnership, iPhone users are also expected to gain system-wide ChatGPT access. Additionally, AI will power a variety of other features such as creating custom emoji, photo editing via written or spoken commands, transcription for audio recordings, smart summaries of content in Safari, and more, coding features in Xcode, wellness and fitness coaching, and a lot more. Um, so I think that's pretty cool. Why? Yeah, so like I said, I think that's pretty cool. Um, and yeah, iOS 18 be uh, won't all be AI though, as Apple has a variety of other enhancements planned for the next major iPhone update. Home screen customization, for example, is expected to be a big upgrade thanks to two new features: the ability to place icons and widgets where anywhere on the home screen without needing to work down from the top left corner. Thank God. Um, because honestly, look, I don't mind the layout of the uh the home screen that we have now. Um, I mean, it's always been something like this. So, honestly, I don't really care, but there has been so many people saying the same thing, saying, "Hey, um, I wish that you could put the icons anywhere, do this different design like Android can." And I mean, you can only go so long hearing it, and Apple is one of those companies that tries to listen to their uh, followers and users, um, and do things the way that we ask them to do. It's always been like that. One of the biggest reasons I love Apple is that you put in a suggestion, and they try to follow it to the best of their ability, even though they try to put their own twist to it. So yeah, I mean, Messages is going to get a big overhaul, um, and so many other things. Vision OS 2 and Vision Pro international rollout. Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Vision OS is amazing. I think Vision Pro is amazing. Um, so just to see it getting more enhanced, more built in, I think will be pretty cool. I personally, when I went to go try it out, loved it. Would I get it current price and state it's in? I don't think so. But who knows if they were to make um, a cheaper version, you know, a second version. Who knows? But yeah, it just looks like little enhancements here and there for Vision OS. I think for first party apps that are built in natively for Vision OS, not just the iPad versions, the ability to reorder apps on the Vision OS home screen. Are you looking for a streaming platform that is super simple to use, straightforward, and you don't need to install any programs on your computer? Well, StreamYard is just for you. It is a super simple web-based browser that you can go on. You sign in, you put your YouTube title, description, pick a thumbnail if you want to have it created, or upload one that you've created yourself and go live. It is that simple, just a few clicks, and you're there. And the best part of it all is that you can customize StreamYard with logos, backgrounds, banners, and so much more. Use the link in the description to sign up today, and let me know what you guys think of StreamYard in the comment section down below. I didn't know you could not do that. Okay, cool. A powerful live captions feature. So same thing with iOS pretty much. Upgrades to the mindfulness app that include respiration tracking. This is likely just a fraction of what Apple has planned for Vision OS 2. The remainder of which we'll find out on Monday. Beyond Vision, beyond the Vision Pro's next software version being introduced, Apple will also likely share dates for the device's international rollout. So, yeah, that's basically it for Vision OS and the Vision Pro. Mac OS. So, Mac OS is pretty much you're getting, AI enhancements and stuff like that. And let's see, Apple is updating the Mac System Settings app to hopefully quote its critics. System settings will receive an updated design with new organization methods that make settings easier to find than before. I mean, I've always found stuff pretty easy, but I guess to each their own. Most macOS improvements are expected to simply provide feature parity and to what Apple launches on the iPhone in iOS 18, such as updates to system apps and new and improved Siri. Alright. iPad OS. Eh. Calculator app is coming. I mean, so many people were going off on that. I honestly, bruh, nah. I'm sorry, but nah. Um, you know, I get it. Um, I think that yes, it was necessary. You could get third party apps. Um, don't know why people wouldn't do that. Um, the way I usually do calculations, I don't even go on a calculator. I'll use Siri and have her ask me or have her tell me what the answer is and call it a day. Like, honestly, guys, why wouldn't you do that? In all seriousness, though, most of the iPad OS 18's hallmark features will likely be carryovers from iOS 18's massive release. Like with most years, the iPad will benefit from work Apple is doing on its iPhone platform since the two OSs share so much of the same code base. As a result, the vast majority of iOS 18's features will also serve as the chief additions to iPadOS. iPadOS does not look like a really big deal like most years. And it's kind of sad. It is kind of sad that they're doing that. I think that the iPad is um, deserves more than what it gets. Honestly, I think that you really need to focus more on iPadOS because a lot of people, in my opinion, I mean, if iPadOS was better and more similar to macOS, I would probably opt out for an iPad than a Mac. You know, I just needed more power. I just needed more of the Mac apps than iPadOS apps. And yeah, now you can get Final Cut and Logic and whatever. Um, I don't think it's enough yet. I mean, yeah, M4 just came out, which is pretty cool, but uh, still, I think there's so much work to be done, and I think, um, you know, uh, I honestly think Apple is not concentrating enough on iPadOS um, as they are with iOS and all these other OSs out there. Um, to an extent, I kind of see why. I mean, you do carry more an iPhone than you would an iPad. Um, Even though some people are crazy enough to carry an iPad um, and do like iPad only challenges and stuff like that. But yeah, not for me. Those hoping for features exclusive to M4 iPad Pro or the ability to boost macOS from an iPad will most certainly be disappointed. So there's that. There have been no rumors about showstoppers for the iPad this year, as the device will already benefit so much from Apple's iOS 18 efforts. So the next big update is WatchOS 11, which I am very interested to see. I mean, it looks like it's only going to be getting core features, watch faces, um, enhanced workout types, fresh ways to utilize health data gathered by the watch, such as uh, through a research study or other new tools. That's really all it says. The tvOS 18 is likely to skew more towards the former trend with only minor improvements introduced as Apple prioritizes its larger platforms. They said last year tvOS 17 brought FaceTime to Apple TV thanks to continuity camera and the feature other similar continuity enhancements for this year. Updates that take advantage of Apple's ecosystem of other devices could be specifically interesting, such as uh, tying in with iPhone's Sports app and or syncing a viewing experience with Vision Pro so members of the same household can enjoy TV together without needing multiple $3,500 devices. Um, Also, no new no new hardware will be expected. Wrap up for WWDC expectations. WWDC is one of the highlights of Apple's year, and anticipation is high for this year's event. Even though a lot of enhancements leak ahead of time, the company always has a number of surprises in store for observers. We won't have to wait long now um, for more. So that's pretty cool. Um, what are you guys most excited for? I'm really, really interested in hearing. Um, Personally, I think the enhancements to iOS and macOS, even though there's not really much to go on, um, nonetheless, I think it's gonna be pretty cool, and very, very well needed. I wanted to keep this episode, excuse me, as I'm like trying to. I wanted to keep this episode short in a way. I did want to do a little something for you guys, knowing that WWDC is only 2 days away. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and give me your predictions. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section down below. But with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this week's podcast, and I'll see you guys after WWDC. Have a great day.